Hello and welcome to Excellence Excel Formulas video training. In this training, we're going to talk about one of the most popular and useful Excel formulas. So, let's start with the sum product function. The sum product function gives us the multiplication of two cells and then the sum of all of those multiplications. So, in this scenario, let's say that we're looking for the sales revenue of these cells. Let's assume that we would like to multiply the price and amount and then to find the sales revenue. So what you have to do is write sum product and then choose sum product. If you have a list in here and if you press on tab, you can easily get the function ready. Now the notes tell us to choose the first array. So in this scenario, this is the price column. Let's add our separator and then the array 2, which is our second array, which is the amount. So when you close the parenthesis and hit enter, you'll be able to see the conclusion, which is the multiplication of this cell and this cell, this cell and this cell, and it goes until the end, and then it sums up and finds the result. Now let's move on with the if function. The if function gives us an output depending on a logical test. So in this scenario, let's say, find me the prices of the sales which only made by Benicio del Toro. So write if and then press the tab. Now you have to write your logical test. So the logical test is the responsible column, this cell to be equal to this one. And if this logical test is true, we want the price. And if the logical test is not true, let's say, do not bring me anything. Once you copy and paste the formulas, you can see the sales made by Benicio del Toro in here. Now we can go on with the if error function. Let's say these are the sales revenues and these are the amounts and we're looking for the unit price. What we usually have to do is divide the price by the amount. But that doesn't apply good for the blank cells because the division of 0 divided by 0 is an error. So let's say that if there's an error such as like this, we want nothing to be seen. And for this, we can use if error. If error, once you write the formula, you write the value in here, which in this scenario, the value is logical, but in this scenario, it is not. So if there's an error in this value, we can say, do not bring me anything. And then once you copy and paste the formula, you will see that the errors will be gone because of the if error function. Now we can move on with the AND function. The AND function could be used as logical test and in many more ways in Excel. For example, we want to see the sales of LCD TV and only in the North Quarter. So what I usually do is use an if function and then choose these ones manually. But what you can do is you can create a logical scenario where you write your first logic, which you want the products. You want the products to be LCD TV. And then your second logical scenario is the quarter to be north. Once you close it, this is actually your logical test, your one logical test. You want this to be north and you want this to be LCD TV. Now, if it is true, write your logical true value. So in this scenario, this is the price. And if this is not true, we can say do not bring me anything. Once you copy and you paste your formulas, you will be able to see the LCD TV which are sold in the North Quarter. So now we can move on with our SUMIF function. In the SUMIF function, we can actually sum a column based on one criteria. So let's say we're looking for the total price amount of all LCD TVs. What we have to do is write SUMIF function and then choose the range to look criteria in it. So our criteria is LCD TV and our range is the product range. So once you choose your range, add your separator and then add your criteria and lock it. And then once you add another separator, choose the column, choose the array to be summed, which is the price column. So once you close the function and hit enter, now you'll be able to see the total prices of all LCD TVs which are sold. SUMIF's function is just like SUMIF function, unless in this one you can add more criterias. In our previous example, we looked at the LCD TVs. Now we can just look at the LCD TVs which are sold by Benicio del Toro. To make that happen, write SUMIF's function and then first choose the range to be summed, which is price, and then later on add the criteria range and then the criteria itself. You can add the second criteria but by inserting another separator and then choose the second criteria, which is the responsible cell, and this has to be Benicio del Toro. And then once you close the function and hit enter, now you will be able to see the sales amounts which are made by Benicio del Toro and on the LCD TV products. Now we can use the COUNTIF function. The COUNTIF function is actually just like the SUMIF function, but instead of summing, it counts. Write your COUNTIF function and then choose your range. Once you choose, add your criteria, and in this scenario it is Ed Harris. So we're looking at the sales amounts which are made by Ed Harris, how many sales there are. So once you hit enter, we will be able to see 3, which are these datas. In COUNTIF's function is just like COUNTIF function, just we can add more criterias. Let's say that we're looking the sales made by James Caan and only for LED TVs. Our first criteria is this to be LED TVs. So let's take these in here to have a easier access. Now first, your first criteria range, which is the product column. And now we want this to be LED TVs. Now choose your second criteria range, which is the responsible. And now the second criteria, which is James Caan. Once you close it and hit enter, now you will be able to see the results. The VLOOKUP function brings the property of one column compared to the other one. So let's say we want to check the brand of the mouse. We want to get the Logitech output. What we can do is we can write VLOOKUP and then choose the lookup value. So our lookup value is the mouse itself. because we're looking for the property of the mouse. And then choose the table array, the array that you want to look and search. The column index number asks you in which column you would like to bring the property of the data. So in this scenario, it is 2, because we're looking at the property of the mouse, that which brand has it. So we write 2. And then in here, if you're looking for numbers and if you're looking for an approximate match, you can choose it. But in this scenario, we're looking for exactly the word mouse. So we're looking for an exact match. Once you close the function, now you'll be able to see the brand of the mouse itself. That we're looking the mouse lookup value in this area to be brand of the second column. And lastly, the index function. The index function helps you to list your databases, and it can be used in various scenarios. But mainly what you can do is, let's say that you want to have another column and you would like to bring the quarters of this data. So what you can do is, you can choose the array and then the row number. The row number is actually asking which row you want me to bring. So let's say 2. And then the column number. If we're looking for the quarter, this is on the 5th column. So what it is going to bring? It is going to bring the second row's quarter, which is the south. Just be careful while inserting the array. Just put the arrays. Avoid the headers to have an exact data of this. I hope this video was informative. Thanks for watching.